Right now at 5, the city of Madison capturing and killing geese. What anti-animal cruelty advocates want to do to protect the animals.
The search for suspects is underway in La Crosse County after 3 people were found dead near a quarry.
Plus, we're 43 days away from the start of the Badger football season. Now players and head coach Paul Krista are bonding before the home opener.
This is News 3 Now at 5.
And thanks for staying with us. Animal rights groups are raising a stink about Madison's solution to a stinky problem.
The city euthanized dozens of Canada geese earlier this year. They say to protect the environment and the community. Our Brad Hamilton is live in one of the parks where this happened. Brad?
Madison Parks euthanized a total of 72 geese, most of which happened right here. Now, the city says they believe they're making the right call, but protesters that we talked with today disagree with that sentiment.
The message really is that this can be done humanely and that we think it's pretty lazy to resort to killing the geese.
Lazy and inhumane. Mary Telfer of the Alliance for Animals believes that those are fitting words to describe what Madison's Parks Department did.
We have to live with these animals, and they just want to live.
Earlier this year, the city and USDA euthanized dozens of geese in the parks. The droppings can impact water quality and pose environmental risks. Today, Telfer's group slapped the city with a gander slander citation, calling the city to find a better way to control its Canada goose problem.
A lot of frustration, especially after working with the Park District.
Madison Parks would not talk on camera, but they told us in a statement that they use an extensive integrated wildlife plan to help control the population, and that calling plan is used when an overpopulation could negatively impact the well-being of the environment and the community.
It is known as a liberal thinking town with educated people who want to do the right thing, and you know, it's just not right.
Madison also uses non-lethal methods to control the geese, something that Telfer's group wants to see exclusively used. But neighbors like Kitty Cool simply see both sides of this goose controversy.
A lot of people are really concerned about killing geese, but I think as people that frequent the park with kids and dogs, they clean up after their own dogs, and they really don't want to sit in goose poop.
Telfer is hoping that this protest helps the city hear them out. She's also hoping that it's going to eventually lead to more animals getting protected. Reporting here live in Madison, Brad Hamilton, News 3 Now.
All right, Brad, thank you. A hot and humid start to the weekend. How long will this sticky weather last? Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti on the weather patio. Gary?
Eric, the heat will last through the weekend and through at least the first half of next week. We might see a break in the humidity, at least for Sunday into very early next week. But visible cloud track shows that we've had plenty of sunshine today. The atmosphere is starting to heat up. To the north and west, there have been some thunderstorms over parts of Minnesota. In fact, severe thunderstorm watch has been issued up there. We could see a line of thunderstorms develop that could reach far southern Wisconsin late tomorrow, tonight into early tomorrow morning, and maybe see additional thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures right now are in the upper 80s to near 90 degrees. La Crosse, the warm spot at 93 degrees, but even Milwaukee's at 90, Madison at 87, and with dew point temperatures in the middle to upper 60s to around 70. The heat index makes it feel like it's 90 in Madison, feels like 99 in La Crosse. By tomorrow morning, we'll be down to only about 73. Again, a chance for a thunderstorm late tonight into early tomorrow morning, and maybe another chance tomorrow afternoon with a high temperature of 90. Later on, I'll take a look at our prospects for more rain as we head through next week.
Gary, thank you. Authorities are still searching for answers as to what happened to Bart and Krista Halderson. For the second day now, crews searched a pond near the home of the couple. Authorities didn't specify what led them there, but they did say they'll be there as long as it takes to find evidence related to the case. Earlier this week, crews searched a landfill near Johnson Creek, and last week, human remains were found near DNR land along the Wisconsin River in the town of Roxbury, but those remains have not yet been identified.
In western Wisconsin, 3 people are dead, and La Crosse County officials are searching for answers. Deputies responded to 3 people found dead between Holman and West Salem at the entrance of the Milestone Quarry. Officials say 2 employees arrived for work just before 5 this morning and found the 3 bodies. Investigators believe the bodies were dumped.
We believe at this time that it was a targeted act. We do not know the reason for the homicide. There were no vehicles left at the scene, strictly 3 individuals found deceased.
Officials have not yet identified the victims.
Madison police have referred charges to the Dane County DA's office against the woman authorities say is responsible for a fatal car versus bike crash on East Washington Avenue. The victim, 57-year-old David J. Frischkorn, was hit shortly before 7 a.m. on July 2nd at the intersection of East Washington and Pauling Street. Officials say he was taken to a local hospital after the crash, where he was later pronounced dead. At the time, the crash was the fourth fatal crash on the East Washington corridor this year.
Dane County deputies are asking for your help identifying a vehicle that is involved in a hit-and-run investigation. It happened last Friday around 10 in the morning at the intersection of Norway and Bristol roads in the town of Bristol. Deputies say a 58-year-old woman was riding her bicycle and making a turn when the driver of a silver-colored SUV cut her off, causing her to crash. The woman was taken to a hospital with serious but non-life-threatening injuries. Anyone who may have witnessed the crash is asked to contact Dane County deputies.
An update on the plane crash in Baraboo we told you about last night. An incident report says the plane's landing gear hit a chain link fence while making its descent. That's when the plane flipped. The pilot was not injured and was able to safely exit the plane on his own. The plane did suffer some moderate damage. The National Transportation Safety Board and the FAA are still investigating the crash.
After nearly a month, firefighters who responded to the collapse of a South Florida condominium last month have officially ended their search and rescue mission. Forensic experts are still working to identify human remains. The June 24th collapse killed at least 97 people, and at least one more person is believed to be missing in the disaster has yet to be identified.
The Delta variant has now been confirmed in Rock County. It's not the first time the variant has been found in Wisconsin. The first case was actually reported back in April, but researchers say this strain of the COVID virus spreads more rapidly than all the other variants. But if you are vaccinated, it will provide some protection against the variant. Along with the Delta variant, the Alpha, Beta, and Gamma variants were previously found in Rock County.
Growing alarm in the U.S. over the impact of vaccine hesitancy and vaccine refusal on the fight to beat coronavirus. In 16 states, less than half of the population has received at least one dose. Despite the surging number of cases, the White House says it is still not advocating for federal vaccine mandates.
That's not the role of the federal government. That is the role that institutions, private sector entities, and others may take. That certainly is appropriate.
The Biden administration is purchasing 200 million Pfizer vaccine doses to be delivered between this fall and spring. That's in case future studies show booster shots may be needed, and it includes millions of pediatric doses should the vaccine be approved for children under 12.
Madison school leaders say getting kids vaccinated played a role in their decision to require masks this fall. The district released its COVID safety plans for the fall. All students and staff will need masks indoors. They are optional when outdoors. District leaders say it was a tough decision, but one that is needed given the increase of COVID cases, also the lack of vaccines for those under 12.
You're going to make some people happy, and some people are going to question your decisions. We went the way of our safety and just being cautious and thoughtful and intentional as we move forward.
Administrators are still finalizing safety plans for athletics and extracurriculars. They hope to share an update on those plans next week. You can read all about the district's fall plans online at channel3000.com.
In Wisconsin, 49% of the state's total population has completed its COVID vaccine series, and nearly 51.5% have had at least one shot. In Dane County, 67.1% have completed the series, while almost 70% are fully vaccinated.
After a shortened season due to the COVID pandemic, the Badger football team is ready now to have a normal season.
Before they take the field on September 4th against Penn State, they're in Indianapolis for Big Ten Media Day. And that's where we find our sports director, Zach Hanley. Zach?
Hey guys, well, during the football season, Coach Chris doesn't really get to spend time with his players except at practice. That changed today at Big Ten Media Days, or the past 2 days at Big Ten Media Days. They arrived yesterday, and when they got settled in, then they all went out to eat together. Coach Chris, Jack Sanborn, Faion Hicks, and Jake Ferguson all went to St. Elmo's famous steakhouse. And instead of ordering steak, they decided to switch it up and go with some spicy jumbo shrimp. Let's just say that wasn't the best decision.
Horseradish jumbo shrimp about killed me. It was so hot. It was bad. And we're eating it. And I look at Fayon, and he's crying. And then I look over at Coach Chris, and he's crying. We're like, why did we eat this? But it was good. It was a good time. It's always good to talk a little bit outside of football with those guys.
I would be in the same boat as Jake if I ordered that. But as far as the season goes, the Badgers are out to prove that 2020 year isn't them. We'll have more on that coming up at 6. Guys?
Look forward to that. Zach, and Wisconsin's Caden Lyles has been named to the Remington Trophy watch list. That award given to the best center in all of college football. 2 years ago, Wisconsin's Tyler Biadasz, now the Dallas Cowboys, won that award.
The long-term future of a Green Bay Packers star seems to be in question. Reports from NFL Network's Ian Rappaport says that long-term talks between the Packers and wide receiver Davante Adams have stopped. Rappaport says the two sides have been negotiating for months. Adams is signed with the Packers through this upcoming year. He is set to become an unrestricted free agent in 2022. During his career in Green Bay, the 29-year-old has 62 touchdowns and over 6,500 receiving yards. This comes as quarterback Aaron Rodgers declined contract extensions and has not participated in off-season activities. Training camp for Green Bay is set to start next week. Summer seems like the perfect time for home improvements, and one Madison camp is teaching girls of all ages to get involved in different types of work, building skills and connections. Camp Build has been running for 3 years, organized by the Girl Scouts and Madison College. The camp connects girls up to 12th grade with people who are experienced in the trades. They learn carpentry, welding, and other skills in a safe environment.
It's nice to learn how to use these handheld power tools in a sort of, structured setting with people who know what they're doing.
Camp Build will continue through the weekend, bringing the girls to Senate Middle School to build benches on Saturday.
A new food cart vending program called Carts in Parks is starting this weekend. This program will provide daily food cart vending in 20 parks around the city, supporting community-driven micro vending markets and reduce barriers to vending in the city parks. It's set to start on Sunday with a quick chef cart. That's at Olin Park, the Jakarta barbecue station at Vilas, and the Cultura Cali at McPike Park. A weekly schedule will be shared on the Madison Parks Facebook page. Summer in Wisconsin means severe weather could happen at any time. We'll tell you how the National Weather Service is alerting people before that happens. That's ahead at 5.
Some former Green Bay Packer greats are traveling throughout the Badger State, and they made a stop in Madison today. We'll tell you why. That's coming up tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
And again, strong gains for the markets. The Dow jumping 238 points. NASDAQ up 152 and change, and the S&P adds 44. We'll be right back.
Black Friday and July mattress deals must end Tuesday at Ashley Home Store. Save up to 60% off the best brands. Plus, pay as little as $20 a month for luxury mattresses. Through Tuesday only at Ashley Home Store.
Feels good to be home.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Are you sweating over high energy bills, windows drafty or broken? Champion is here with our hottest sale of the year. Get 50% off new energy efficient windows. At Champion, we design new windows specific to your home's needs. Then they are built in our very own factory, installed by a team of professionals, and guaranteed for a lifetime by our best-in-class warranty. Save 50% now. Call or go online to book your free estimate at getchampionwindows.com.
At JP Morgan, the only definition of wealth that matters is yours. It can be a smaller house, but a bigger nest egg, a goal to work toward, or the freedom to walk away. With 200 years of experience, personalized advice, and commission-free trades on an award-winning app, we're working for you. Planning, investing, advice. JP Morgan Wealth Management.
News 3 Now's call for action gets answers when you can't.
A COVID patient's care jeopardized by insurance denials. After we contacted Aetna, the company reversed course.
News 3 Now's call for action, taking action for you.
Enjoy a cheeseburger or a McChicken sandwich. Get any two for just $2.50.
This is your last chance to score Black Friday deals in July at Ashley Home Store. Find doorbusters at Black Friday discounts of up to 60% off, plus no interest for 5 years. Pay less than $20 a month for a new room you'll love. Must end Tuesday. Only at Ashley Home Store.
Tonight at 6, how a new severe weather warning system at the National Weather Service will help keep you safe. And Sports Director Zach Hanley is at Big Ten Media Day with a look at how the Badgers are planning for the new season.
A News 3 Now investigation uncovered hundreds of workplace safety complaints during the pandemic.
Just 12% were followed up with an inspection.
Too many frontline workers were exposed to COVID.
Taking action to get the information you deserve. News 3 Now investigates. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Well, you could see a new alert on your phone the next time severe weather hits.
It's a change the National Weather Service is making to keep you safe. Talil Moladin learned more about the plans for the new warnings. Talil, what activates it?
The National Weather Service is hoping to better inform you about severe weather early so you know when it's time to take cover. They're moving forward with a new category of severe thunderstorms that would trigger mobile alerts. When a storm labeled destructive, you'll get an alert treated like the ones currently in place for tornadoes and flash floods.
Getting that information out to the general public is really what we're all working together on, so that we can give people more advanced notice, especially of a higher end storm.
Severe storm labeled destructive can involve winds upwards of 80 miles an hour that take down trees, blow off parts of buildings, and can even be deadly. Though these extreme weather conditions and notifications don't appear often, it's important to take them seriously when they do. This makes the job of emergency responders easier. The new category of corresponding push alerts should be ready for use on August 2nd.
Talil, thank you. And Gary is here now to give us an idea of what this will actually look like. Gary?
Yeah, for the last few years, the National Weather Service has been putting information into their warnings about severe weather. And in fact, it looks like I was just trying to show you a real-time example here, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to take a look at some severe thunderstorms that are occurring in Minnesota. So here's a severe thunderstorm warning for part of Itasca County, and notice the additional impact information. It's calling for wind speeds up to 70 miles per hour, as well as hail up to 2 inches in diameter as that storm continues to move to the southeast. Now, if the hail expected size was greater than 2.5 inches, or the wind speeds greater than 80 miles per hour, that would trigger an alert on your phone. Right now, this severe thunderstorm warning would not trigger an alert on your phone. It's a lower end event. That's why we always tell people to have a weather radio nearby, because that will give you all the alerts. However, tornadoes will also, tornado warnings will issue the alerts on your phone, as well as high-end flash flood events where there's considerable flooding that has been observed, rather than just a general flash flood warning where radar has indicated the potential for flash flooding. So something to keep in mind. These alerts will be a little more helpful to people for those higher-end events. All the severe weather right now is taking place up in northern Minnesota. There's a severe thunderstorm watch there until 1 a.m. We're watching those storms because some of those could reach far southern Wisconsin later on tonight into tomorrow. Now, the Storm Prediction Center for tonight has a slight risk of severe thunderstorms into far northern Wisconsin and a marginal risk into the central portions of the state, as those storms will be weakening as they push to the south. For tomorrow, there's a slight risk of severe thunderstorms over far southeastern Wisconsin in through the Chicago area and into parts of Michigan. Now, the greatest threat will be strong straight-line winds of about 60 to 70 miles per hour in the yellow areas. Still an outside chance of some strong winds into parts of the Madison area, but this is a much more conditional threat. We may not see thunderstorms at all in the afternoon. They may develop farther to our south and east. So if the storms develop, the potential is there for them to be severe, but it's not even a slam dunk that we're even going to see thunderstorm activity tomorrow afternoon. Hail threat a little bit less, an outside chance of an isolated tornado, mainly through the Chicago area into parts of Michigan. Again, that's where the thunderstorms are more likely to develop tomorrow afternoon. Now, as you take a look at future track rainfall, you can see, I mean, the models are really calling for almost no rain across much of southern Wisconsin from these storms. Most of that will occur to the north, and then tomorrow to the south and east of us when those storms fire up in the afternoon. So depending on the timing of these storms, like I said, we may not get any rain at all. Future track precipitation in the longer term through next week and into next weekend, calling for a 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch of rain. So again, the drought conditions will continue to be a little bit more severe as time goes on. And in fact, heat advisories are in effect for the excessive heat for tomorrow for parts of southeastern Iowa down into Missouri. Even tonight, heat advisories up through the Twin Cities metro area into parts of western Wisconsin for heat index readings that could be as high as 105 degrees. On weather track, the jet stream pushing northward across the Midwest. Most of these thunderstorms are right underneath the jet stream. That's where they can get a little more potential to become severe, as some of those jet stream winds could be deflected down near the ground. So if that jet stream starts sagging southward a little bit, then we might see a little better chance for severe weather tomorrow, if those storms develop at all. Much of the central part of the country free of clouds and precipitation because it's just too warm in the mid levels of the atmosphere to even get thunderstorms to develop. So you can see between the warm front and the cold front, very much of that area right now is dry and may stay dry. That's where temperatures are in the upper 80s to the upper 90s, whereas closer to that front, notice International Falls, Minnesota, closer to the severe weather, they're in the lower 70s. That's where the severe weather potential might be a little bit higher. So for tomorrow, look for a high of 90 degrees. It'll be hot and humid. Heat index 95 to 100. There's a chance of thunderstorms, but you can see on future track just how small that chance is. Tonight, dry for much of the night, then some of those thunderstorms reaching central Wisconsin, fizzling out tomorrow morning, and then maybe firing up tomorrow afternoon, but more likely to our south and east. So again, we may be skipped altogether. Future track rainfall amounts, you can see in areas that occur less than a 1/10 of an inch, and much of the area may stay dry. 7 to 10 day forecast, temperatures up around 90 through the middle of next week. Another chance of thunderstorms about midweek, and maybe another chance toward the start of next weekend as humidity levels drop a little bit toward the end of next week. As we check out first warn traffic, on a Friday, as you'd expect, the Beltline seeing some delays right now. Eastbound starting from around Monona Drive back to around Park Street, and then westbound we're seeing delays from around Todd Drive back to around Park Street as well. Travel times just a little bit elevated, 18 minutes either direction on the Beltline between University Avenue and the interstate. Heading out of Madison, the usual 25 minutes from the Beltline to Janesville on I-3990. Middleton to Sauk City on US 12 is a 16-minute trip, and downtown to Sun Prairie. East Washington Avenue and US 151 also a 16-minute trip. That's your News 3 Now first warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. The Cleveland Indians no more as the baseball team announces a name change. What they will be called is ahead at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Don't you wish you could wave a magic wand and have whiter teeth? Well, you can, but it's not magic. It's power swabs. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and boom, whiter teeth and a better smile. And since you're not dealing with messy trays or awkward strips, you're less vulnerable to the harsh sensitivity they sometimes create.
I've used strips. They seem to really hurt my teeth. The power swabs, it just seemed very gentle.
It's so simple and easy. You just open it, you apply it to your teeth, you forget it's there, and I noticed that they're white and bright again like they were before.
I noticed actually a difference the first time that I used power swabs. You put on the first coat and then the activator goes on, and immediately you start seeing it working.
It only takes 5-minute applications to get a brighter, whiter smile with power swabs. You just snap, swab, and smile. Power swabs have been clinically studied to whiten natural teeth and remove stains from caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so powerful, it removes stains from coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking.
I love my coffee in the morning.
I will never stop drinking coffee. I will not be the person drinking hot coffee with a straw.
As much coffee as I drink, I can use my power swabs and eliminate the staining.
When I use the power swabs, I applied it directly to my front tooth where the coffee stain was.
I like being able to individually get the teeth, and most importantly, it got kind of in between the grooves.
You can put it directly on the stain that you see on your teeth, and it's so precise.
But as powerful as it is, it's also gentle and causes 0 to minimal sensitivity.
This didn't sting, it didn't burn, it didn't have an aftertaste. It was just a swab, and I just got to rub it on my teeth, and that was it.
Take it from me as someone who has gone the dental route, but has also gone on the shelf route, and I've not really seen anything work as effective and as easy as power swabs.
Whiten your teeth today by ordering power swabs and receive 40% off the regular price. Shipping is free, plus you'll receive a free quick stick pen to use on the go after meals or a cup of coffee. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
Here's the thing. When you create a network as a local, you know the dead spots, so you fix them. You know the neighbors, so you're good to them. Did you drop these? You know the strongest signal comes from starting local and staying loyal, no matter how much you grow. The nationwide network built from your town up. Right now, get up to $1,200 off any 5G phone. No trade-in required or hidden fees. U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
Unlock a summer of possibilities in a new Chevy. Expand your options and your perspective. Find your next adventure in a new Chevy.
Make no monthly payments for the rest of the summer on all Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, get 2.49% financing when you finance with GM Financial. And get $2,000 cash allowance.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The Tokyo Olympic Games are underway. Yesterday, Tokyo hit another 6-month high in new COVID-19 cases as worries grew of worsening infections during the Games. Still, the number of cases and deaths as a share of the population in Japan are much lower than in many other countries. The opening ceremony will be held mostly without spectators to prevent the spread of coronavirus infections, although some officials, guests, and media will attend. And the athletes at the Games are dealing with scorching temperatures well into the 90s. Tokyo's heat even has some medical experts worried that heat stroke could be confused with COVID. Both share similar symptoms like high fever and dehydration. In prior Olympics, athletes would arrive early for training in order to adapt to the climate, but that wasn't the case for the Tokyo Games because of the pandemic.
Cleveland's Major League Baseball team is getting a new nickname. The team known as the Indians since back in 1915 will now be the Cleveland Guardians. The ball club announced a name change on Twitter, ending months of internal discussions triggered by a national reckoning by institutions and teams to permanently drop logos and names considered racist. Now, the choice of Guardians will undoubtedly be criticized by many of the diehard fans of the Cleveland Ball Club. The organization spent most of the past year whittling down a long list of potential names that was at nearly 1,200 just over a month ago. Final check, your first one forecast when we return. Stay with us.
This is your last chance to score Black Friday deals in July at Ashley Home Store. Find doorbusters at Black Friday discounts of up to 60% off, plus no interest for 5 years. Pay less than $20 a month for a new room you'll love. Must end Tuesday. Only at Ashley Home Store.
Erectile dysfunction for men of all ages has become much more common. In fact, most men don't realize that 90% of erectile dysfunction is a direct result of broken down old blood vessels. This causes a lack of blood flow that is critical when achieving an erection. With our state-of-the-art technology, we're able to stimulate new stem cell growth right in our office with no pills, no needles, no surgery, and no pain.
To book your consultation and get back to natural functionability, call Peak Performance for Men today.
Build today and save at Menards. Complete your building projects with the largest selection of AC2 pressure-treated lumber. It offers the natural look of wood with added protection for your outdoor projects. All AC2 pressure-treated lumber is 11% off. Spend more time relaxing and less time maintaining your deck with Ultra Deck Composite Decking. It gives you the look of real wood without the upkeep. Get 11% off Ultra Deck and start your next project today.
Save big money at Menards.
Congratulations, Milwaukee! The celebration continues at Dick's Sporting Goods. We're your headquarters for officially licensed Bucks NBA Finals championship gear for the whole family. Come early or shop online at Dicks.com. Every season starts at Dick's.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Looks like it's time to trade. Because it's trade month at your local Ford dealers. Get more cash for your eligible trade-in. Any brand, any model, all month long. Get Trade Assist cash on top of what your eligible vehicle is worth and trade up to a new Ford SUV. Your trade-in is worth more than you think, only during trade month. Right now, get up to $2,000 Trade Assist bonus cash on eligible models. It's trade month at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
It took us years to find the perfect bun for Culvers Pretzel House Pub Burger.
It's got the nice pretzel flavor on the outside, but when you open it up, it's light and airy. Got a nice sweet flavor to it. It literally melts in your mouth.
This bun is perfect for a Pretzel House Pub Burger. Seared fresh beef, tangy mustard bistro sauce, pickled red onions, 2 slices of bacon, served with our signature cheddar cheese sauce.
This bun was made for this burger. This is perfect.
I think it's an awesome burger. Welcome to Delicious.
Black Friday and July mattress deals must end Tuesday at Ashley Home Store. Save up to 60% off the best brands. Plus, pay as little as $20 a month for luxury mattresses. Through Tuesday only at Ashley Home Store.
Feels good to be home.
On this Friday night, COVID cases on the rise in at least 49 states, why a staggering number of unvaccinated Americans say they still won't get the shot. Plus, a carrot recall, the warning tonight for people who bought bagged carrot products. And CBS's Steve Hartman goes on the road with an update on the very special relationship with the lobstermen on the high seas. That's all tonight on the CBS Evening News.
It's a hot weekend on the way.
Yeah, a lot of humidity out there, and will we see some thunderstorms? Well, right now they're developing in northern Minnesota where there's a severe thunderstorm watch. We'll have to see if those hold together to reach us late tonight, then maybe see another round of storms tomorrow afternoon, but more likely that'll happen to our south and east. Right now, temperatures upper 80s to around 90 degrees. The dew point temperatures upper 60s to around 70 degrees, and the heat index between about 90 and 100 degrees. Feels like 99 right now in La Crosse. Look for a low tonight of 73. Tomorrow, a high of 90. Again, a chance of a thunderstorm. Then the humidity drops a bit for Sunday with a high of 91, and we'll stay near 90 through the middle of next week.
All right, Gary, thank you. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News.